Okay, so today I'm talking about the Smonster V460 that is now available on the Gumroad or the GitHub. I made some update on the QT QuickTag kit, as well as the game content and as well the UVs. So I will talk about the QuickTag first and look at what are the updates. So first of all, to access to the kit, I wanted to get all the kits on the lower left corner over here. So you have all the kits regrouped here with the live link on the side. And so to quickly open the QuickTag menu, you can go there and have this, this menu over here. You can call this as well with the Control-Alt-T if you've set those as a quick key map. So let's see. We have, for instance, here a sphere, and I made some update on both the material, the color ID by material, and the color ID by selection sets. So you have two different solutions. You can work with materials, it will populate with new materials, and you have a material tag that is visible inside the material tag polygons. So here I have just the soft material set to this object. And so what you was doing before is that you was able to set a random color ID starting from 0, right? So you have some presets over here, and you are setting the random new color to it, but it's an incremental one, right? So you start from 0, then you click again, you are going to the color 1, etc., etc. Okay, but the great things here is that now all the different layers are colored accordingly, and also I have this group color ID that is available. And so everything is put inside it. So you can just, if you just want to remove from your render the color, it's really easy. You just have to switch off the group color ID or switch it on if you want. So that's much more simple, and the organization is better. And even if you are using a different system, so for instance, we will select those polygons and define that this one will be the 7. Now it's working. Before you was in need to create, it was required to create all the different color ID tags here and then assign a specific one. But now you can choose whatever you want. If I want to put the number 6 as a green one, it's working. And you didn't see it here, but it was reorganizing the color IDs according to their number. So we start from 0, 1, 2, 3, and 6. If I want to insert the color ID 5, for instance, or 4, if I press here, I create the color ID 4. It's created over here. But you see that the color ID organizations inside the group color ID is maintained. And so it's much more reliable now because you can define whatever you want. If you prefer to use the blue one for this one, you can totally do it without creating all the others. So it's much more simple this way, and I think it's better. So other things on this is that, okay, we have the ability to define, to set a color with the presets or with even a number. So here, if I want to set the color 3, I will press 3 and I have the material set color to the brown color, right? You have this as well. You can, of course, remove some part of it. If I want this to be 0, I can make it 0, and the color ID material tag are set accordingly and updated. You have the same thing on the selection sets, but of course I will probably do just a revert now and select this object and automatically create with this this command a color ID by mesh island. So it just select one, the first polygons, extend the connection, and then assign a color ID. So it works across all of those. And you've seen it created all the color ID accordingly. You can do this even on the scene-wise system. So here I will just do a batch, and it will look through all the different meshes in the scene and create a color ID. So here, if I do this, I have the color ID 0, the color ID 1. Okay, but you can also do this with by island as well. So here it will create for each island a color ID, and here also. So if I do this, it takes a bit more time, but it's creating all the different materials accordingly to those options. So now that it's done, you see we have 73 materials, and from 17 to 73 we didn't have any colors because we are out of the color system of model, right? Maybe in some days when model get refreshed UI, you could define your own color for each, and so I can probably do this kind of same color here and same color on the layer. But anyway, it's working accordingly, and we have all the color IDs set, and everything is fine from here, right? So I will do this with the selection sets method. So I will revert, and from that I will open now the selection sets constant. So this mod is a bit different, right? You already know what we are doing here. We have a set of polygons where we assign a selection sets. So the selection sets are over here. Actually, we have no selection set, so it's just empty. And we are not working anymore with the material. So this stuff is same as usual. You can create a color ID. Accordingly, you have the same thing, and you can see with this icon that it's working with a selection sets mode. I will jump to the group material, to group mask of it, and you see that the polygon type is the selection set, not the material. And we have the polygon tag that is the same section sets we've defined. So now we have a section set over here, and we have 6 polygons assigned to it. Of course, you can create as usual with a specific color ID, whatever you want. So now we can jump to the green one, and if I want the blue one on here, it's working as well. And what is great is that even if you change something, like, okay, we will select this line and assign the 6th one, it updates as well the selection sets assigned onto the color ID 0. You see that only this selection of polygons is set. That's because I'm also updating all the selection sets as far as you are adding or modifying some of those. So that's really convenient. I'm really happy with this update. So same thing as usual, you can select this and assign for each mesh island a color ID. We have the same kind of things as on the material side. So yeah, it's just using a color constant layer over here to define the color override for this for the material at those polygons. So this is really simple, but I hope you enjoyed this this new update, because now it's much more cleaner and organized, and so you have all the freedom to use it now.